I usually wouldn't have done this right now, but I really need to because something that has just came up to me, and I had it in my thoughts for a little while now. I usually would have talked about it earlier, but I kind of just forgot about it because I'm stupid like that. I just forget about shit when I'm supposed to talk about these things, but then I talk about something else, and then it just disappears from my mind. Anyway, for what I have to talk about is I don't. It just doesn't make any sense to me why people who are dealing with their own mental health problems, and then they, try to help someone else. This is the sort of stupidity that I don't understand. Where people who have mental health issues of their own decide to go and help someone else that is dealing with problems. I don't get that kind of mentality. It just makes no fucking sense. If you're dealing with something and they're dealing with something, how are you going to talk about this stuff and realize how you're going to help each other? How are you going to help someone when you're dealing with your own problems? Or if you're dealing with depression, suicidal thoughts, how are you going to help someone when you're dealing with that shit? It makes absolutely no sense. It just really pisses me off that people can say that kind of stuff and say, "Oh, I'm alright. I can help you," even though I am dealing with something like depression or suicidal thoughts, or my life is not going the exact way that I want it to go. So yeah, I can help you. I can totally fucking help you and get you back on track, even though I'm dealing with something right now. Like, it makes no sense, in my absolute opinion, that you, as a person, think you can help someone when you're dealing with your own problems. This pisses me off. I don't get it. There's a lot of people who are doing this. I think it's mostly teenagers though that usually do this kind of stuff. I had to have a habit of doing that stuff myself in the past and even now. Like, it sometimes occurs to me that I want to help someone even though I'm dealing with something myself, and I shouldn't, be helping others when I'm dealing with something. And that's why I have not helped anyone else. I have not specifically gone out of my way to talk to other people, because I know if I talk to them, it's mostly going to be me talking to them about my problems. It usually just involves around that. Or if they do talk about their problems, I tell them about my problems. And then it goes on a whole different pathway. Yeah, sure, the person who's talking to them and who also has problems don't talk about their problems to that person. It still doesn't fucking work out though. Because eventually you get tired of talking to that person who needs your help, and you're struggling with your own problems and you're not getting the help you need. It doesn't matter. In my retro space, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a fuck, alright? I don't care if you're a therapist, or you have a certificate in mental health or whatever, or certificate in counseling. It doesn't matter what bullshit you have. If you're struggling with your own mental health problems or your own mental health things and shit like that, that has constantly become such a big problem to you, you should get the help you need first and then reach out to that person who needs your help. Or tell them to go and get, a therapist themselves. Or you can be their therapist. But it usually doesn't work out when you're friends with that person and you become their therapist. Usually you should go to someone who doesn't know you at all and talk to them, because it helps way much better, because you can come across talking about things to them. When if you're friends with someone who's a therapist, it doesn't work out because you don't want to tell them these things because it will, affect your friendship with them. Whatever, blah blah blah. Whatever's happening in your life. Either way, this is so annoying to me. I don't get the I don't get the fucking bullshit why people do this. I don't get it why they, put their own mental health problems aside to help someone else. I don't understand it. It's just really stupid. Like, it comes over across like you're becoming like a attention seeker in a way, because you want to help these people. Sure, I guess they're your friends. That makes sense, I always want to help people even if they're not my friends, I always want to talk to people and tell them I can help them. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Because if you're dealing with something yourself, you shouldn't go out of your own way to help them when you're struggling out of these own things. It's just so bullshit. It pisses me off that generally people think that you're helping someone when you're not. You're struggling yourself trying to help someone, when you're gonna cause absolutely more problems for anyone around you. It just makes no fucking sense, and I don't get the calculation of doing that. It just doesn't add up, you know. It just doesn't make any sense at all, and it just pisses me off that people can think that they can do this and, you know, get away with it. It seriously pisses me off that they think they can help someone when they are struggling. It makes no sense. Like, if you're struggling and if you're trying to help someone, you're gonna cause more problems than anything. You're not gonna help them. You're gonna cause more issues than you would want to. And I've been into this pathway before. You add more problems, and it causes so much significant things to you and your health. And well, yeah, it doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work at all. I don't get the mentality of doing this stuff because it's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, imagine imagine you're friends with someone and they are also, you know, and you're also going through something, so you talk together to talk about your problems. But the thing is, it's not going to help you at all. Sure, it will get the weight off your mind because, you know, you need to talk to someone about these stuff because it weighs in your mind. It becomes such a constant reminder that your life is not working out for you and that you have significant problems and that you need someone to talk to. But if you're both dealing with issues that are like significant, that are gonna add so much, you know, dread and time to yourself, that both of you won't be able to help each other because it's just gonna turn it into a living nightmare that will become so significant that it doesn't work out. Really, it really doesn't. I don't understand it. Like, it pisses me off that people say that this will work, and it just doesn't. And so at the end of the day, just please, for goddamn sake, please, if you're struggling with something, talk to someone else, like a therapist, as I said, or a counselor if you feel like it. I'm gonna say one thing: school counselors suck. In my opinion, they do, because when I went through something, they put it up to paranoia when I definitely knew it was not damn paranoia. But hey, each to their own. Old people just don't fucking understand, so they just, you know, counselors, I think they just don't give a shit. School counselors, to be more Pacific, don't really care. And it really pissed me off that they told me that it was paranoia when I specifically knew it wasn't paranoia, that it was really happening in my life. But hey, I guess I'm the only one who gets treated like this. Or if you could tell me down in the comments and tell me that you have also been treated similar to what a counselor has done to you, if you ever went to a counselor. Because if you have gone to a counselor and they have treated you the same way, in a similar way that they did with me, then I would appreciate that, because then it will help me realize that there is more people out there who are dealing with problems and counselors just don't give a shit. That's why it's more significant to go to a therapist, because a therapist will actually listen out to you and talk about problems with you that you are struggling in life with. I generally hate counselors, and it pisses me off that they just pretend to brush it over and say, oh, this is not what's happening. You're just paranoid, or you're just seeing things. You're just letting these things happen when you're not. And it generally just disgusts me that they pull it off like that. But yeah, very annoying that people go around saying that, you know, they can help you if they're a counselor, or they have a certificate in fucking whatever, mental health, blah blah blah. It doesn't fucking matter. In my opinion, you shouldn't be talking to them to begin with. You should tell them to go get therapy and leave it at that. Generally, I think talking to someone who's struggling, sure, you can talk to someone who's struggling, but if it becomes such a huge problem, like they can't get the help that they need, and that they are still struggling with the pain, and they just keep focusing on talking to you only, then it's a huge problem, and that it needs to get resolved by a therapist at all costs, because it's stupid. Because people do attention seeking with doing that kind of shit, and it is disgusting to use suicidal thoughts and depression as a way to talk to other people to get attention. but it's the way as society works now, especially for what social media is. It's horrible. And there's a lot of people who aren't really big narcissists and assholes who only focus on themselves and not the other person. There is actually people out there who will be going through something, and this person will be only talking about their problems. And if this, this other person says, "Oh, my cat died," or my mum died, or something like that, and then they will just brush it off and saying, "Oh, I hurt myself," or something as well. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, when you think about it, what the fuck? M That dude just said his mom died, and you just had to go out of your way and say, "Oh, but you know, my, I broke my arm or something, or my leg, and I'm feeling depressed," or or they say I'm doing self-harm right now. Like, bro, that's really funny. Like, that's a really fun way to just prove how much of a dickhead you have to be to do that. But hey, I know you're struggling, but my mom just died, and the first thing you said is, "Oh, well, I'm cut myself just recently." Like, I don't get that. I don't understand that ignorance in someone. Just don't really get it. It's stupid as fuck. Like, really, it is. It's just generally dumb. I hate those type of people, and I wish them the absolute worst of whatever they get. Because those people do deserve to suffer. Because if they don't have sympathy for anyone else, then we shouldn't have sympathy for them.